gamers, exciting day today. Some of you might recognize this. I mean, it's probably already evident from the thumbnail and title what track we are doing today. However, this is a brand new created Dreamland for us in MX Bikes. This is created by Fluke Creations, and the original Dreamland, which was created by T-Bell, has been a community and just channel fan favorite ever since its release. I think every single elimination stream that we've ever done on the channel, I feel like Dreamland has been in there at some point. It's just so common, and everyone just seems to love it. So I'm very excited to try a brand new version of it today. I want to say, like, Fluke he's gone a bit under the radar, from me at least, over the last year or so of his creations. I don't get to cover all of the ones that he does, but it looks like, especially from a visual perspective, he's just got better and better and better as time's gone on. So really excited to try this one out today. In terms of actual layout, I don't believe the layout of it has actually changed from the OG version that T-Bell made. The only difference I can see is the start straight is in a different position, because now there is a Supercross track here. Whether this track is there in real life or not, I don't know. But we've got one in game now, so that'll be cool. I'll definitely try both of these out. And again, it's nice to get some more brand new Supercross tracks, just because of the SMX coming up again, and then preparation for 2025 as well. Obviously, that's a long way away, but we'll get there. So we're going to spin some laps. I'll stop waffling and see how it goes. Now, I am still running the Team Great Britain skins that I ran the other night during the MX Bikes of Nations qualifying at Argentina. If you do not want any spoilers on how it all went, then by all means, feel free to mute for the next, 10 seconds. I got the old dubski somehow. I went 2-1 against Cam's 1-2, so we went literally reverse order from each other. And yeah, the track was Argentina. Really just, I don't know if battles are the right word, because myself, Cam and Finn were a little bit spread out from each other in first, second and third at any given time, but the actual pace was really similar, and I knew that would be the case as soon as Argentina was the track that was drawn. It was a random wheel, if you didn't know. So it was a good race all around. I was really happy with myself, because in Moto 1 I was about to get the whole shot. However, I pulled a typical Linda maneuver and may or may not have caught my bars on the inside of turn 1, which caused my front end to knife, which caused me to wipe half the field out, and then caused me to also be in literal dead last. There was not a single wipe behind me. So the charge that I then had to try and put in to get back into P2 in that Moto 1, to even give myself a shot of trying to get an overall to then represent the country, was crazy. So I'm very happy, very proud of myself, especially after, I think I had 17 hours in the last 2 weeks, something like that, just before that race. So good stuff. The actual MX Bikes of Nations event, now that all the qualifying is done, is going to be in about 2 weeks' time. We've got the real life event next weekend, so it's not going to be that weekend, so everyone can go and enjoy it if they're able to travel to it and do so. And then the week after that is when we'll be doing it. So of course, stay tuned for a cheeky live stream. You get some point of view footage from me, which is cool. If you would prefer a third person commentator's perspective, then you can stop by on Twitch and watch Navo's live stream, because he's going to be streaming it also. Should be a really fun event. There's obviously a couple of people who usually compete on the NA side of things that I haven't had a chance to race with at all this year because of region locking, so excited to race against them, and it should be a fun event. I feel like Great Britain, unless something horrible goes wrong, we're probably guaranteed the top 3, maybe 4 for a push, worst case scenario, and then hopefully we can try and compete with Norway, Australia and the US for that final spot. I think those are going to be the main 4 competitors overall. So it should be good stuff, should be good fun, and it's going to be on a brand new Matterley Basin track I think JV is creating. He might be having help from Stony or Hell Machine, just like the normal outdoor tracks. Not too sure just yet. However, I have been informed that if it rains in the real life event, which is very likely since it's in the UK, and I've checked the weather report for the upcoming weekend, and yeah, it looks like there are some higher chances of showers. Apparently, if it does rain, we might also get a mudder in-game as well. If that does happen, I really do fancy my chances for doing well, maybe even getting a moto win, because I just love rain in this game so much. It's something that a lot of people really dislike, so I guess I make the most of it and try and capitalise on those conditions that people don't enjoy. So fingers crossed. So far, this track basically how I remember in terms of layout wise, not much of a change here. The jump faces, oh my god, that is rough going into there. The jump faces don't seem to boot you as much as the OG track. It seems a little bit more on the mellow side, so I'm having to hit things faster than I usually would. One thing I do find that I struggle with from time to time on this game, when you have different iterations of the same track from different track creators, it's really hard to get the muscle memory from one out of your head for the other. I'm going to see if I can triple this. We are going to send it. You can triple that. That genuinely might be quicker than going double-double. There wasn't much of a penalty for sending that, so that's good. The ruts are a lot bigger than the OG version. They hold you really, really well. The norms that he's got on the ground here, actually quite impressive. They look very, very detailed, very high quality, and it actually looks like there is just constant, you know, like loam might be the right word. Just constant tyre tracks all over the place if it's been ridden on, and then I guess what's the word? Like dozer tracks, that's the word I was looking for. Dozer tracks on the outskirts to where it's not been ridden on quite as much. You have to remember that this track is Luke Rensland's track in real life, so it's not something that is, I guess, ridden by that many people at any given time. So I suppose it makes sense for it to not be really brutally rough. It does make sense for it to be a little bit more on the groom side. I did see, was it a freestyle? Yeah, I saw a little bit of a freestyle jump going on over there, and I'm pretty sure I saw a ramp somewhere else. So if you enjoy your free riding as well, you can have a little bit of fun and mess around and hit some extra jumps at the same time. I really, really do like this bike, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. One thing that is quite interesting for this nation's event is, because of the order of how it went last year with Great Britain getting second, we have numbers 4, 5 and 6 for the event. Now, actually that section there's a little bit different. I think that's more of like an S-bend on the previous one. I am in the MX1 class, or MXGP, sorry I should say, that's the correct term, and so I'm going to be number 4. Now, I won the Aerial Outdoors Championship in EU, so I get to choose a single-digit number next year, and I'm torn between, I think it's number 3, number 4, I then can choose number 6, number 7, or number 8. All the other ones are taken. So it'll be nice trying the number 4 and trying it on for size a little bit, see how I feel, because it wasn't at the top of my list. I think I'd probably lean more towards number 3, since in real life I'm number 35 when I was number 357 when I was racing. When I was younger and I could run a double-digit number in real life, I was 35, and now we'll take another number off that and we'll just go to 3. Who knows? We shall see. Some people said I should go for like number 8 because it's a combination of 3 and 5. Some people said 6, although I think 6 is probably the ugliest single-digit number out of the lot. So I'm open to suggestions. What are people's favourite numbers? If you could choose any single-digit number, if you'd got to the point where you'd won a title and you got to rock it on your bike, then, I mean, it's permanent, to be fair. As long as I keep scoring enough points each year, that single digit will be mine forever. So, yeah, very, very intrigued. Let me know your thoughts. I'm open to all suggestions. It's not a decision that I have to make straight away, thankfully. I've got a little bit of time. Or wait. Yeah, you don't have to do it before SMX. No, I think it'll be after SMX, I believe. Fingers crossed, I hope so. Yeah, we got some time. We've got a lot of time. Because I've been 35 for God knows how long now. So I think it's time for a little bit of a change. I wonder if the finish line is in the same place as the other track as well. I'm looking at the top left. No, I don't think so, because we're only 1 minute and 20 into this lap. And the lap times around here are usually like a good 2 minutes plus. So I'd be interested to see where that finish line is. I've yet to do a lap that's actually counted. Obviously, first lap I joined the track halfway through, so that was never going to count. But then the other few laps, I'm jumping off the side of the track by mistake and mistiming my jumps. So I just need to try and lock in a little bit and get a lap that actually counts, and hopefully will be a good display of how the track is and rides. Love these little uphill rollers. It's so nice to just try and keep your back wheel on the ground the whole time and just keep that front end really, really light. I had, even though I'm coming up to like 4,000-ish hours on this game now at this point. I'm on 3.8k for the time being. And every now and then you'll still get a little bit of a moment that makes you stop and go, that was hella satisfying, like, that was nice. And I had one of them moments the other day. I was practicing on the GP of France, and I think it's Viaz, was it called? Could be incorrect of what the GP track was in 2024, but yeah, whatever the GP of France was. And there's a section where it's almost kind of a split. It's just before the mechanics area, where you can either go outside and send this single and turn it into a double, and then you triple out, or you can go inside and you roll and then go double. I rolled it, went to double, landed so perfectly on my back wheel, where my front wheel never touched the ground afterwards, then manualed, soaked up the next double, then landed that perfectly, and the scrub that I hit after that was just, oh, it was pure sex. I absolutely loved it. So it's little moments like that every now and then. I even went back into replay and watched it. It was like music. You know that video of Jet Lawrence where he's hitting the step up after the catapult at Millville? Yes, Millville. And he just lands and his suspension literally doesn't move. He landed to absolute perfection and just absorbed it with his whole body so nicely. It was basically that level of perfection that I felt. I'm just having a little bit of a look around here to see what sort of jumps I can find. I'm guessing that I think these are just random dirt piles. But there's, like, he's put trails here intentionally. Like, so I'm guessing I'm meant to hit that. Oh, yeah, and then you get on the power. So he leads you up to these freestyle ramps. Send this bad boy. Oh, you have to hit that fast. Oh, okay, it came up a little bit short there. There's more than one. I did not know that. I thought that was the only one. I saw another one over to the left as well. So there's a few areas where you can just mess around and have a little bit of fun, which is nice. You're not just locked into the track only. Let's make a detour over here. I'm not going to change track or anything. You can, if you want to, go and select different tracks in the testing menu when you're choosing the track that you want to do. So you can actually get timing on the Supercross track. I'm lazy and I don't care about my lap times at the moment, so I won't bother with that. And we're also going to run our 8.5 litre outdoor setup through here and see how it goes. I don't know, I haven't seen a whoop section yet, so pray. Oh no, there is one just to my right here. So I'm interested to see how these all handle it. The whoops look fairly spaced out, so it could be a little bit on the difficult side. We've got finish line, nice floaty double. I'm guessing we turn right. We do. Straight into a left, so a little S-bend straight off the finish line there. Supercross triple into this corner. The textures on this track look lovely, by the way. Like, really, really detailed. Like, up to the point where it's nice. I don't understand how he's got such a good contrast over just a couple of colours. And oh, not meant to send that. That is a lot smaller than that was that I made it out to be. So then we'll go round to the left here. We've got a little triple out the corner. Another floaty double into this corner. I'm going to go to the left-hand side here just to open up this. I'm going to roll this because I think it's a whoop section. It is. Oh, very, very low side on the left. I wonder if you can almost turn this into like a rhythm section if you hit that left side where there's almost no takeoff. I'll try the right side next time just because I want to see how the whoops handle from both sides. But that left side there was very, 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 very easy. Triple. I think you could probably quad all the way into this corner if you got a good downside on that jump. Step out here, step on. Oh, there's a big old gap between them two tables. That's going to be a bit of a stretch to try and get on top of. I'll note that for next lap. Right, over the finish line again. Hug this, miss that cone. I'm going to try getting this inside rut this time. Very smooth rut, really nice. Then gets still enough speed to get up and over that triple, no problem at all. I'm going to triple out of here. And is it a triple all the way down? It is. Round to the left, I'm going to check up on this bad boy. A little bit of a speed check. Round to the right, hit this inside. Oh no, the outside is so much quicker. Okay, note self, go outside because you can just triple the whole thing. I'm going to go inside right here. I'm going to try and hook over to the right. Get on top of these. Oh no, they're really, really, really tame ruts actually. Really tame whoops, sorry, not ruts. Inside, just going to double. Ah, came up a little bit too short. I think there's some big lines around here. I just need to learn my ting. Let's go triple. Oh, no. If I... Let's see if I can try and quad this. This could end horribly. Let me try and see if I can quad in. Yeah, yeet. Tap the brake. Oh! Oh, that was sexy. It was just that little tyre tap in the air. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to go and replay. I need to watch that again real quick. I love doing stuff like that first time. So, round to the right. Stand the bike up as quickly as you can. Hit a little oppo in the air. Wait for it. Hit the brake. Dip the front end down. Absolutely greased it, triple into the corner. Oh my goodness, that was nice. I love Supercross in this game. I like doing Supercross more than outdoors, which is interesting since I got an outdoors title this year and didn't do amazing in Supercross, although I did miss quite a few rounds to be fair. But the actual, so it's weird. So in testing, I obviously love Supercross a lot more than I love outdoors. But in an actual racing sense, Supercross in this game is so stressful. Mostly just because of the netcode and the overall chaos and carnage, because you can feel like you've done everything right. And if you just get a little bit unlucky with how you hit somebody or someone hits you and you might go flying because of the netcode, or you might get unlucky and someone could even crash a rhythm lane over from you, and their bike will fly across and hit you and take you out. A lot of time, you do have to be in the right place at the right time. A lot of the racing in Supercross on this game is determined in turn 1 because everyone's so quick that if you do get a bad start, it's so difficult to gain that much time whilst coming through traffic. And usually if you do get a good one, you just kind of chill and hit the lines that you know you can hit and don't try and push anything too difficult, which is a shame, but it is what it is. It's just a different discipline at the end of the day. But I am excited for 2025, mostly because I imagine we'll have new fully fleshed out OEM bikes by that point. So it's always nice trying to learn a new meta, see what bikes are the fastest, if there is one fastest in particular, next time they come out, and just learn different riding styles. Because at the moment, a lot of it is crank the bike over, hold the right trigger down. As you saw by wanting to quad into that rhythm section, it was fairly easy to do. And the previews that we've tested so far, bearing in mind I didn't like preview 4s at all, but the preview 3s I really enjoyed, they obviously a lot slippier. So it'll be interesting to see how Supercross will ride next year. It's not going to be comparable at all. I think it'll be a waste of time really just practicing on these OEM bikes on Supercross for a while. You may as well just wait until the new ones come out, see how it goes. I don't believe, obviously I've not been told anything, I'm not in the loop on these things at all. I know basically as much as you guys do about OEM stuff these days. It might be worth practicing on these OEMs for SMX, because I can't see us getting a full pack before SMX, which I think starts in about a month from now. But yeah, for actual Supercross, probably not really much point until we get into the new year. So there we go then, that is the new Dreamland in MX bikes. I'll be honest, the outdoors track, I might genuinely prefer the overall flow of the OG one that T-Bell made. Just the way the jumps boot you a little bit more is really, really nice. But the Supercross track on here, I am a big fan. That was sexy as well. I'm a big fan of. Like, this thing flows really, really well. Multiple line choices in the rhythms, which is what you really, really want. And the scaling is done in a way to where it's not too small to where you're flat landing or over jumping everything, but then it's there we go. Then it's big enough to where you can't easily be quadding your way through every single section. And I did have the erode set up to 1 for this, and actually it's doing its job. It's eroding it away a little bit. Cannot get the quad now with that little bit of erode in the corner, so bear that in mind. And yeah, generally a really good job all round. I'm very, very happy about it, and looks wise, really, really cool. Also, I like that the trees aren't all just perfectly dead straight. Some of them are a little bit wonky here and there. Adds a little bit more of a organic look to it. So good stuff all around. Thank you very much, Fluke, for making this for us, and of course thank you all of you for watching. It's always very, very much appreciated. If you did enjoy this video, then dropping a like on it and subscribing to the channel to see more would be really, really appreciated. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you guys are up to, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.
Lynn's in the zone, never backing down. Riding MX bikes, he's the talk of the town. 2022 champ with a YouTube crown. His game is tight, no signs of slowing down. Late nights, bright lights, he's chasing that fame in the digital arena. Bright in his name, she's a 10 out of 10. Supporting his lane, hairline might receive, but his passion's the same.